James Frew, Director at Maritime Strategies International.
In your presentation, you gave a fantastic overview of the European offshore oil, gas and renewables market. Can you give a very brief summary of some of the key points from that for the audience?
Sure. So I think we see the market recovering quite strongly. Really we saw the North Sea from sort of 2017 to 2020 really being sustained by sort of smaller brownfield subsea tieback projects, that sort of work. Now we're seeing sort of increased willingness of the oil companies to invest in new greenfield projects. We've seen the sort of volume, or we see the volume of both fixed and new floating installations going in increasing quite a lot. And we see that sort of really tightening quite significantly supply-demand balances. According to our estimates of sort of platform supply vessel demand, if we don't see new vessels entering the market, we just hold the fleet constant, active vessels plus inactive vessels plus laid-up vessels, then we see the potential for actual undersupply in the North Sea PSV market by 2024.
Okay. You mentioned some of the projects which are currently waiting FID. Could you give a few examples of these big developments that are waiting for?
Sure. Well, I think the most striking ones are the two ones in the UK North Sea. I mean, people were saying the UK North Sea 2 years ago was dead and buried, but I think both Rosebank, Cambo, those are both greenfield projects opening new plays for the market. I think that even I would have said in Q3, Cambo was really sort of Q3 21. I think most people have said Shell pulling out, that was the end of it. But now it looks actually quite positive. So I think they're good examples of the way in which changing attitudes towards oil and gas are also helping drive new activity and new areas of work in the North Sea.
You also talked about renewables. What do you think are the opportunities in offshore wind, for example?
I think it's really important to state your time horizon there. In the short term, out to 2026, we think, there will be some work, but we think that really in the North Sea there'll be maybe 5 AHTSs in 2026 working on offshore wind, maybe 15 globally. But as we look further out, those numbers really increase. We see 50 AHTSs, potentially large AHTSs, working in offshore wind by 2030. So there's a significant increase, but it's important to remember that's a future development. That's not something we're going to see today or the next sort of 4 years.